we are here live and direct with the fucking art master himself, the mic master himself, the dance floor master himself, dog. Promotions master himself, dog. Yo, records his own shit. Fucking anything that you see visually comes from him. Yo, I'm breaking my own rules here. We have rules here at WVCC Cypher Life Radio. You've been watching for a long time. You know the rules. Who you is, where you from, and what's your name, player?
What's up, y'all? So, what's good, H? I'm Roc Sol. I'm an artist from Miami, Florida. So I'm also a muralist and a recording artist. I write and record music, paint murals, and releasing a project called Soul Art. It's dropping tonight at 12 on the dot. And it's something that's been long and anticipated. So we're excited and finally to get it out and stuff like that. And thank you for having me on, brother.
I'm mad amped, brother. I was one of the first official flyer, real official flyer that I ever had for WVCC Radio was made by my man Roc Sol. He hit me up and said like, "Yo, H, why don't you let me come through the studio?" And he thought I had a studio. He didn't know it was my living room. He's like, "Let me come through the show and I'll do a little live art or something and we'll talk music and shit." I'm like, "Yeah, come through." And he fixed up a dope fucking flyer for me. He was my very first live guest. That shit was a debacle. We had to freaking rig everything. But I think your live show sounded a lot better than most of my live shows. But for real. But after that, me, Rocky, and his fiance Christy, we went out to Rocky's car, and he played me at that time what were the first seeds of soul art, and he broke down to me the idea, and I was fucking flabbergasted. Rocky, how long you been in the game out here in South Florida? I know how long I've known you, brother, but how long have you been out here? Let the people know.
Taking the game like seriously. I started off as like an MC. W.R. Thomas Middle School. So I would say like, 2001. So, and then really taking it seriously, like 07, when I started like, doing, graffiti and all the other elements and just, entering battles and stuff. And also just kind of like writing songs and then coming out with the track sites, mixtapes and stuff like that. So 07 to 13 was when I would say taking it like really, really serious.
That's around when I met you, 07, 08, right?
Yeah.
That's what I always pinpoint around as the alphanumerics time when we first started doing Saturday Mic Live at Catalyst. I remember at that time I was working part of alphanumerics. One of our members was Acro One from Justice Crew, right? And and you were a huge Justice Crew fan. Did you go to school with them? You just said you went to what was it, MacArthur or?
Well, yeah.
Robert?
So, man, it was such a long time ago. But if I'm not mistaken, me, Acro, AT&T. I'm not AT&T. Sorry. Sorry.
That's classic. That's an H2O classic AT&T, right there, brother. Don't worry about
it. And Metaphor, which was Rudy's cousin. They all went to Braddock. So
Chewy.
Originally, I was part of their group, and then we just started doing our different things later on. But yeah, that was like the Braddock Cyphers type stuff. It was basically 12 o'clock, Elmo beatboxing, huge ciphers, get a pizza, get those bars in, skip class, go to FIU, and if you're not doing that, you're catching wrecks. So that was pretty much the environment on a campus like that. I had like 6,000 students. It was crazy.
Bro, Braddock was huge. I freaking went to high school in Braddock, and I lived the cipher, the lunchroom cipher life up there, dog. Go Bulldogs, go Rockets, dog. Or Challengers, whatever they're known as.
Whatever their names are.
The Challenging Bulldogs. Yo, when I first heard of you, Rocky, and just so you know, we're being freaking straight out here. Acro and A&T is that like, yeah, that's Roc Sol. He's a little cipher hog, dog. He always wants to be in all the ciphers, but he's whack. And I remember them saying that and hating on you. And at that time, I was older, and I was there like, little niggas hating on this cat and stuff. Let him do his shit. But I went out to Rock the Bells, the fucking legendary year that they had it at Bayside, where Pharaoh Monch performed, Jedi Mind Tricks performed. Fucking on the side stage, we had freaking Live Chaos and his group performing, Lex One performing. On the main stage, we then had Wu-Tang, Nas, fucking rocking, Most Def, Kweli, Common. And
Common.
I
He
remember
didn't win me.
when Common, Kweli, and Most were on the stage. I don't know if you remember, but I was on the side lawn. You came up to me and we kicked the cipher there, just you and me. We were just kicking it there on the lawn on a freaking on a big ass sheet that my girl at the time had, and and I remember sitting there and you were going in and you were hungry as fuck, bro. And I remember sitting there thinking, these niggas are sleeping on this kid, dog. This kid is fucking. This kid has it. And then from there, I saw you graphing with MIBs. You guys went out and did a mural for us for our Street Wars event. Fucking, I don't think you were
Yeah.
part of that, but that's when they ended up in the train and they left to Jacksonville and stuff after doing our mural. You were doing the graph and you were up on the walls at Catalyst almost every week, dog. You were breaking. You were doing so much
Yep.
more than all of us that were just emceeing and thought we were nice in the cipher, man. Tell me about that hunger to take on all these different elements, man, and learn them and master them.
I mean, for me, it was just kind of like a regiment. You know, it was like uh, with graffiti, it's all about like stay relevant through the numbers. And what I mean by numbers is like your consistency. So the more throw ups you have, the more hand styles, the more bombs, the more missions you plan out, the more relevant you're going to be. And I would apply that same logic to all the other elements like MCing and stuff. So um, I was just hungry, dog. It was just I had a regular job, spent money, uh, working on my craft, getting better. I mean, I burned a lot of money too with buying cans and shit just to get better. And I look back at the old stuff and I was like, damn, I definitely like improved and stuff like that. But it was just honestly like when I went to Catalyst the first time and I went to a All Nations event and the Mex through and I saw, Rebirth and I saw all these B-boys and all these people getting down. I was like, this is dope. I want to be a part of it because this is right after '07 and then my first year at Miami-Dade. And I was like, this is fucking dope. I love that the Miami B-boy scene was raw as fuck. So I was like,
All right.
this is fresh. And I didn't even care back then. Like I just didn't care if I looked good or bad. I didn't care if I looked like a toy or whatever. I just wanted to get better. But I knew that there's a certain approach to it. You can't just ask anyone to teach you or whatnot. Sometimes you have to teach yourself. And if someone, wants to take the time out of the day to teach you techniques or whatever, it's because they really see that you have potential and stuff like that. But that's in any element. But yeah, I just didn't care, bro. I didn't care if I had, problems with someone or whatever. I use hip hop as a way to just kind of like, battle that person or whatever it was. And that was it. It wasn't good. I didn't take it, you know, anywhere else besides that, which a lot of people are doing now. But, that's neither here and there. But I just feel
Yeah,
like for me, huh?
that's the knucklehead spirit of hip hop. It's always been there, right?
Yeah,
Fucking,
it's
you're
always
always
going
gonna
to
have
be
that.
there. Yeah. I back to the Catalyst stuff. It was watching the B-boys get down. And then I saw, I think it was DME and FTC. They did this huge burn, and I remember it was Junk and Spen was there, and I think Recon, all these other people and stuff. And I was still a beginner. I didn't know who these people were at the time, you know. But I was like, okay, I want to be a writer. As simple as that sounds, that's literally like how I got indoctrinated into hip hop. I was like, this is what I want to do. And that's how I really got into learning about the culture and the elements. I knew about it before I even went back to Braddock, but it was just something that gradually just I became more and more invested in it. And that was pretty much it. That's how you say, now it's history.
Yes, man. Yes, you laid a freaking fantastic foundation. Like you said, you try to learn it yourself, but nobody grows in skill until they're under a teacher, dog, and they humble themselves to learn.
Yeah.
Who are some of the mentors in your life that you could give a quick shout out to?
Super Mario, both in the B-boy and also, when it comes to the writing stuff, Skate, my
Is Super
homie
Mario a
Kesto.
writer? Is Mario the dude on the left in that new picture you
I
have in your
can't
backyard?
I can't confirm or
Or
deny
denied?
that at this very moment.
Because
So we're gonna
I thought I recognized the back of one dude's head and stuff, but I'm here like, yo, is that dude?
that may have been someone or may have not been someone, but I can't.
That piece is fire. But go ahead,
The
you were saying.
secrecy is real. But yeah, no, I've had a lot of people. Second Jeepo, um, all types of people, man. I mean, I for me, I've always been a student of the game, and I'm not afraid to say that a lot of people develop their styles, and you're like, oh, you gotta. That kind of sounds like the person that you've been hanging around with, and they never give that person the roses. So I feel like if you're gonna develop a style, you should be able to flip it. The same thing applies for breaking too, and all the other elements. But yeah, man, I've learned off a lot of people. So even you know, I would say Reg, Burns, all these people, you know, um, Chaos, other artists, you know,
Mm.
John Bellion. Those are the people like that inspired me. Uh, but yeah, man, like the pen, Black Dot, Rakim, Guru,
Oh
Guru
wow.
for sure, Guru for sure. Like when I would hear Guru and I would hear the production from Premiere and how he would write and articulate a lot of his songs throughout the projects that he did, that really inspired me because I was like, okay, he has a lot of versatility. He's talking about New York, or he's talking about relationships, or he's talking about like moment of truth. So I like artists like that are multi-dimensional. Like they can just talk about any type of topic and still be relevant within the culture. You know?
Guru was the first MC that I memorized rhymes that had to do with supreme mathematics and Islam, and on freaking
Yeah.
who's gonna take the weight, right? Can't handle the
Yeah.
whole weight, right? That first album, I think, or their second album, right? He comes out, he's like, I was raised as a Muslim, born in the East, nurturing my rhymes with the rhymes I release. And I remember saying that, I'm here like, what does that even mean at that time? But it's dope
Yeah.
because their rhymes influence us and pass on that. But I like to ask MCs and artists who are your mentors because, like you mentioned, Sekajipo, you mentioned Super Mario. I'm ashamed to say that after 2 years of running Scythe Life Radio, I've never played one Sekajipo song. I think I might have played one. We Are the Champions, right?
Yeah.
When the Heat went to the playoffs, but I haven't played much Sekajipo, and he is a freaking fantastic MC, a fantastic brother, a fantastic community worker, and the fact that that's like you that people do see in a big way because you're everywhere with your art, with the parties you promote, with your music. It's good for people that hear you and know you to know who you give flowers to so that they can look them up, man. So salute to Seka G, salute to Super Mario, to the
Yeah.
whole
Man.
Catalyst family. Can you tell the people real quick what kind of impact Catalyst had in your life and being a part of the Catalyst family? Because to me, even though I hosted a show there once or twice a month, I saw you as an inner part of that family, brother. And can you tell people a little bit about that?
Yeah. Catalyst was everything. At least for me, it was everything. It was a spot that I would go to on a Saturday or Sunday night to rock burners just to perfect my craft. It was a spot where I knew I was comfortable enough to perform or write and record music there. Like I felt very comfortable around the people that were there because they, whether it was competitive or just a learning process of just building with people, it's always been like dope vibes and stuff. And I think because of that, Joe made it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the type of person that would take the time to listen to everyone's problems, and that in return everybody have like self-respect for him and the environment. You know what I'm saying? There's been like crazy stuff that's happened there, but it hasn't been like too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's like anywhere else. But
Yeah.
it really does have a lot to do with the people who maintain
Mm.
uh that peacefulness and stuff.
Yeah, man.
So like when you go to Catalyst, it is about God and stuff, but it's also about like how everyone creates something there. Like when you did the shows, or when Kosi and Looney would do shows, or Bram would do like the DJ classes, or New Cree and stuff, or the graffiti writers would be downstairs. Like there's so much stuff that's happening simultaneously that you cannot say it's not God. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
Like it's
That's what I was about
beyond
to
that.
say. Yes, people doubt whatever the existence of a god or this and that, but when these people got together and put in their time to open up doors so that young kids could come out and practice hip hop there, and they were about the culture or about the community, and they put in their time and they put in their faith in talking to people and just treating people good, man. These weren't people that were preaching to you from the second you walked in the door and beating you over the head with it. yo, we could do whatever we wanted. All they asked is give me 15 minutes to talk to you. And
Yeah,
and I'll
that
tell you,
was it.
man, for 8 years that we were there, and they ran for 18, 19 years, close to 20 years at that, well, completely, but at that spot, over 10 years. In all those years, never once did the cops rush it. I mean, we were blazing out in the parking lot. We were drinking every. Never once did they shut it down and give us a problem. Never once did the church give a problem. And these brothers would host us till 2 o'clock in the morning and stay till 3 o'clock in the morning picking up beer bottles because there was church there on Sunday, right? The next day,
Yeah.
and they were there putting in their love and their work, man. So rest in peace, Joe, man. Salute to the whole Catalyst family, man, and salute to you and your wife for being such an integral part, not only of the Catalyst family, but of Joel's wedding and Joel's funeral service and stuff with the song that you recorded for him and the tribute documentary you did for him, man. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And from there, I want to segue into what you and your wife have been doing, building up to this new album.
I didn't hear the last part. You're talking about the song that we did for Joe?
The song that you did for Joe. I know you guys were also working on a video, a tribute video for him.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Whenever these things happen, like for us, it's like, it's how we channel like our grief. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was about, for us, for Christine, it was just about writing that song. Figuring out how we can communicate to him. When we recorded it. We did it to the Tupac acoustic version of Thug Mansion, and I just wanted to write because I had conversations with everyone during the wake and stuff, and I just really thought about the impact that he had on everyone's life. You know what I'm saying? And how strong everyone was. That's another thing too about love and stuff, is like being strong in the midst of grief says a lot about your character and who you are. So even though everyone was hurting, you could tell people had, you know, high spirits
It was a warrior's
despite that.
farewell.
Exactly. And we wrote the song, and my boy Ray Dell, Libra mine, he did the mixing and all that stuff. He's a beast. Like, he's super talented. He's another gem that in Miami that if as soon as he blows up, everyone will be surprised. But my boy Ray Dell, he was mixing the song. He was like, yo, and he met Joe too. I took him to Catalyst once. He was mixing a song. He's like, dude, I felt him in the room. Like, I feel his energy. Like, I'm not even making this up. Like, this is he. And then when Ray sent me the song back, like, it was hard for me to hold my composure and stuff, because it was just crazy, man. It was crazy, and we put it out the song, and everybody loved it and stuff, and we got a lot of love from people, but we just wanted to do it because that was our way of expressing ourselves, and that's our way of like showing love. Like, when I gave that art piece to Viv, it was just to honor him. And it's just crazy how life is. You don't know how long people are going to be here, so you got to cherish every moment with them. So that happened, and then Christine was able to film everyone. We sat everybody down and had like a filmed like the whole wake, not the whole wake, but just interviews of how everyone felt about Joe. A lot of crazy stuff happened after that too, but it was a beautiful thing, man. Very, very beautiful thing.
Thank you for being there, documenting that, man, and for giving us an outlet to share impact that he had in our lives, man. You and Christine, Colby Media. I got invited to host a show up in, where was it, Rocky? Where was the Rock Skate Show?
Oh, it was like a skateboard event or something,
with
right?
the half pike inside. Remember, it was an indoor venue, and they had a half pike inside.
Damn.
That shit was up north of Jupiter, right?
Yep.
It was like 5 counties up, like St. Pete or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And we went out there, And I remember I rolled out there with No Emotion. I forgot who else was rocking out that thing, Sahid and stuff. Um, and you rocked out there for the first time that I saw you rock live with Christine. And I think at that time you had the other background singer too and stuff. And your pops was out there
Yeah.
recording everything. And I remember seeing that and saying, this motherfucker has evolved and he's rolling with a unit now. And he's, yo, they're singing, and since then, you and your girl have combined to make a fantastic team, bro. And I'll say that in every sense of the word because you guys, where you do the writing, he does the visual, right, with the digital art, and then you come with the art that you do, and her with the presentation and the video editing, and you guys complement yourselves great. You come with the bars, she comes with the sultry, silky voice on top of it. She's pushed you. I've heard you sing. I've been blessed to get a singing hook by Roc Sol for the upcoming Waterproof album. It's one of the highlights of my album. And you killed that shit, yo. And I see how you guys have pushed each other and grown in your art. Can you tell us how that has all been the breeding ground for what we're waiting for tonight at 12 midnight? Soul Art.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, with me and the wifey, we've known each other for about 12 years now. We've been together now for 10. We're gonna get married soon. So that's our goal is to have the wedding and all that stuff. When it comes to the music, man, it funny enough, me and her, we used to teach music and art therapy to kids in lockdown facilities. So I invited her because I wanted her to be involved in what it was I was doing in my life, So teaching those kids and the foster homes was part of, my daily routine. So I took her to one of my classes and we're sitting there and I was trying to teach the kids vocal warm-ups, except at the time, I didn't know what the fuck what I was doing, So I knew a little bit, but
I saw a YouTube video.
And it was horrible. Like it was just like the kids were being nice, You know how kids are. They can be mean. They're like, we're gonna be nice to Mr. Rocky. But she stepped in and she's like, all right, I'm gonna show you guys the vocal warm-ups. And then I was like, that's right, like she sings, and I remember, and I was like, this is crazy. And she sounded amazing. She did like an Evanescence rendition of a song from hers, from Amy Lee. And I was like, holy shit, she fucking sings amazing. What the fuck? I was like blown away, And that was it. I was like, okay, like teach me, Then I became the student. So it was a blessing. And then funny enough, I wanted to document the murals that I was painting. And I was like, I showed her a video of like some graffiti murals that were on YouTube and how they were being filmed. And she was like, well, I think I can do that. And she took a old school camera, like it was this orange camera that probably shot like 1080 or something like that. It was crazy. And she filmed it, and then she edited it on a program called Corel. And when she was editing the video, anyone who's an editor, there's a playback where you could see everything that you're filming. You could see it like in real time. The computer was so old and the program was so old that shit was like buffering, you know what I'm saying? So it was like coming in like, it was like impossible to edit. There was no way she was gonna make this look good. There's no way. Right. So I'm like, all right, I leave her alone so she can edit the video. And I know it's gonna be a mission because of how difficult it is to edit when shit's buffering. And I come back and she plays the song and it's on point with the beat, like the images, everything is on point. Everything is on point, H. And I go to her, I go, no. This is what you have to be doing. If you don't know what you're doing with your life, this is it. This is it.
If you can make magic out of that fucking shit, wait until we get you some good software.
Yo, that was like, oh my God, I was like probably like 6 or 7 years ago or some shit. I was like, nah, this is it. And ever since then, she went to a media school. She graduated from there, and we got her, our equipment and stuff like that, and we shoot our stuff from time to time.
So
that
not to
branched off into.
not to boast you or fill up
Huh?
your head, and if you want, freaking ask her, and I'll ask or point the camera at her, and I'll ask her and stuff. But so, would you say that you encouraged her to go and get her degree in that,
Yeah.
bro? To
I gave her a little push, a little motivation.
bro,
You know what I'm saying? If that's what she wanted to do.
in any relationship, if all we're getting out of the relationship and giving is good dick and good head, dog, we are fucking worthless. If we are not pushing each other in a relationship to fucking
Yeah.
excel, become the next you, become the you that you're supposed to be, then we are holding each other back in a relationship. Salute to you and salute to her for going and getting that. And freaking bro. So here we are now, and I'm sorry to be cutting it short, but I only have till 11 now on the show because my wife cracks the whip and tells me. But you guys join together. She goes and gets this. You guys are filming all these videos. You're doing mad video work. You're putting out singles after singles after singles. And I thought that you were just going to be running the singles game like DU Ivan was doing or Rec was doing, right, with the drops every week. But you're like, nah, I'm building on this project. I got an idea for this. Got a big idea. It's not going to just be album that you're just going to play the MP3 on Bandcamp. This is going to be something that people are going to hold in their hands and be involved with. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He told me, H, I want to do a coloring book. And I was like, what? I was like, look at that. It's fit. You manifested your vision, bro. How much do you do that, bro? Anything you see, you manifest. You are a creator, dog. You are a lowercase g God, dog. You God, bro. You've been given a gift, you and your wife, that whatever you guys see in your head, you make reality and you put it in people's hands, man. That is fucking crazy, right? Tell us about that. How the idea came to you, and what was it like freaking bringing it to the point that you're holding it in your hand, and give us a little taste of what we're going to be hearing at 12 o'clock.
So Solar is what was the byproduct of all the work and stuff that we've done all these years, the singing and everything, and the art. And how it came together was me recording with Beatwave at the studio. Shout out to Ivan because he introduced me to Beatwave, and we were able to formulate like a really dope relationship, you know. And I started recording songs with him. I had the idea of wanting an album, but not knowing conceptually how it was going to come together. So it started off like, okay, let me just record these songs, and then gradually the ideas and the intention will be there. Um, and I think halfway through the album, I was like, I want to combine the art and the music. And a lot of times in my life, when I have an idea, I sometimes kind of wait for signs. And what I mean by that is sometimes, like, if someone says, "Oh yeah, you should do something with art and music," I'm like, "That's one, okay." And if it happens again on that same day, and someone says, "Dude, you should totally do something with art and music," I'm like, "That's two." I'm not even gonna wait for three. Let me figure out how I'm gonna do it. So me and Christine, we're just there figuring out, like, okay, what are we doing? Are we doing a gallery show? Am I painting a canvas? Like, what am I doing? Like, how am I gonna put these two things together? And this was before COVID. Uh, we wanted something that was interactive and therapeutic. We had no idea the pandemic was gonna come. We just wanted something that somebody can get, and then they can open up, and they're able to color in. So on the right hand side, you're able to see the lyrics, right? And on the left hand side, you're able to just fill in and listen to the music, or whoever music you want to listen to. It doesn't even have to be me. But and that was it. The coloring book got manifested. It just happened, And we didn't know how it was gonna look. We didn't know what material it was gonna be on. Originally we wanted it to be a black book, but it ended up looking like this, which is even better because of the quality of when you're coloring in. It looks like a legit print. So you can even like cut it out and frame it. You can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? When you own it. But yeah, the quality recording with Beatwave really motivated me to want to do something serious. Because I did track sides with Froggy, and that came out dope. I did Wake Up with Libra Mine, and I released a few singles that I recorded myself. But I think it was the quality and then just stepping up and bringing both of those worlds together. So Soul Art is essentially a world of a storyline of a world that has a beginning, middle, and end. And the beginning part is about like the struggles and the triumph that we go through as an artist or as a creator to survive and even exist in this world, whether it's in Miami or anywhere. You know, the crabs in the bucket mentality. It can be very poisonous, you know. And then the middle part is it in the storyline is about like self-realization, and then the last part is about acceptance. So if you were gonna boil it down with a broad brush, paint it with a broad brush, that would be like the basis of the whole project. So it was fun, but execution was everything for me.
You've been sitting when we talked, and that was about a year ago. You had almost all the tracks done, but you've been in there making sure. And these videos you've been releasing of the behind the scenes, I see the joy in your eyes and your mannerisms. You're jumping for joy. DUI and Beat Wave, they're all going crazy because you can see that the sound quality, what you guys have produced and put together, sounds fucking amazing. And I can see it, bro. You're jumping like doing karate and shit, and I could say I'm here in my head saying the hairs are standing up on the back of his head or on the back of his neck right now, man. It's that feeling of yes, we've created. This is what I wanted it to sound like. Giving people a little taste, a little rundown of what we could expect at 12 o'clock. Who will be hearing on it with you? Who did the beats on this?
What you're gonna be hearing, dog, for the first part of the album is just straight up bangers. I wanted to have no fillers, just straight up raw energy. The same way you guys see my art is the same way you're gonna see the way I articulate myself in bars or in writing form. And it's basically, you know, a mix of boom bap, trap, a lot of different genres, and just, you know, something that's like a conceptual idea that goes hand in hand with, you know, the coloring book. And it's kind of crazy because when I was doing the artwork to each song, it just kept getting crazier and crazier, like the patterns and the designs. And for me, it was just about, you know, stepping up, you know, the craft, whether it was recording at the studio or just the art itself, you know. So basically, this is just an evolution of what the future is to come. Like the next type of music that I'm going to be putting out might not even be hip hop anymore. I might be doing something else, you know.
You go, David
But
Guetta.
for the most part, huh?
You go, David Guetta. Go ahead, dog. Do some fucking
I
techno.
mean, you know, the you know, there's a vast universe out there, you know. So I'm just having fun, man. Like if the quality's dope, then I don't see why I should be afraid to put it out. So, and
Well,
we're putting it out now, and we're proud of it, and yeah, man, Soul Art.
you never have been afraid, bro, and that's what has always made you stand out. That's what has always made you dope. I can't say that there's any song I've ever heard from you that I could say, oh, this dude was trying to sound like this, or this dude was trying to cater. Nah, just put out what
Thank
you
you, man.
want, man. You do it in your style, and you carved your niche in it, man. So I salute you for that. I know there's some really dope features on here. I got a pre-listen, and I bought this shit when it first dropped. I bought the bundle because in the bundle you get the coloring book, get the MP3
You are
download.
actually the first one
Stop
online
lying.
to buy it.
Oh, salute, brother. I love you, man, because you're my brother, man. And
Thank you.
I can't wait for fucking my stickers. Freaking rock them on my laptop. I'm gonna get kids, dog. Comes with the sticker pack of official Roc Sol art, man.
Yeah.
With one of the little robots. I love your soul bots, dog. And
I got one right here.
dude, brother, and I got an official invite to go out to the private listening party tomorrow. If anybody out there fucks with Roc Sol, the extended way, the long way, pause, skip, and all that shit.
That's what she said.
Yeah, right. Go ahead and hit Rocky up on the IGs. See if he'll send you the freaking the address and the secret invite. Teaches you the secret handshake so you could get in. Are you still having that tomorrow? Yeah?
Yes, it's definitely still going down.
Bomb. I'll be there masked up, man. I can't wait to freaking rock it. Rocky, what song would you like me to play for the people as we say goodbye, brother? From the new
So
album.
many songs.
I'm dying to play the Mayday one because I want to hear it, but I don't want to freaking give out one of the freaking top ones if you don't want me to and stuff. And I want to play something that features you in a great way. So let me know what to play.
You can play the Mania one. Fuck it.
Yeah?
Let it ride.
Let it rip. I got exclusive Roc Sol and Mayday off of the Soul Art. Yo, Rocky, real quick, thank you so much for rocking with WVCC Radio. You know how we say bye here, baby. I just need to know your name and let them know you rocking with WVCC. Safe Live.
Live, Roc Sol. Y'all know what time it is. WVCC. Much love. Peace.
Bomb. You did it all wrong, but I'm going to respect it because you're dropping an album at midnight. Yo, thank you so much for rocking. You got to say Safe Live. Yo, V.
Safe Live.
There you go. I'm sure Christy would have known how to do it. Yo, we're here with Roc Sol. We're going to see him tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I'm going to be streaming his new album. Let's fucking play this new joint. Yo, I love you, brother, man. Peace. Bomb. New joint.